Good evening, guys. My name is Raj Kiran. I am super excited to be here. On behalf of School of AI, we welcome you to the day 4 of Python study group. You guys are doing a good job, and we appreciate all your hard work and dedication. Well done, guys. Before we jump into today's content, let us have an overview of what we have learned during the last session. We started off by looking at numbers. There are two types of number, that is integers and floating points. Floating point numbers are numbers with decimal point. We have also looked at how to manipulate with numbers. Then, we looked at strings. String is an ordered collection of characters. We have also looked at how to manipulate and use built-in functions of string. Later on, we started to look on string list. List is an ordered collection of values. In list also, we have looked at manipulation and the built-in functions. One thing that we have missed out during explaining string is formatting of strings, which we will be covering in this session. You can get this presentation by going to the following link: tiny.cc/SoAI-Python-week 2 of 2. That is 2-2. tiny.cc/SoAI-Python-week 2-2. Like always, you can use the chat panel in YouTube during the live session to ask your doubts. And use the Discord channel after this live session. We will answer all your doubts as and when we are available. Today, we will be completing the different types of data, that is numbers, list, strings, dictionary, tuple, set, boolean, etc. Then we will also look at different type of operators: arithmetic, relational, assignment, logic, membership, identity, etc. This is the content that we will be taking today. So let's get started. I would like to talk about string formatting that we have left off, that we have missed in our previous class. Open your Colab. As always, I will recommend you to code along with me. Use some method like this so that you can see my video on the left panel and code along with me in the right panel. Okay. We have talked about strings. Now let us look at string formatting. That is changing the strings or formatting the strings. What if you have to do something like hi Raj, and Raj should be a variable thing. It should change according to the different values. One way you can do that is assign A to Raj. Like hi Raj, and do name is equal to hi, comma, and plus A. See, now the name becomes hi Raj. This is one way you can do this. Another way is to use string formatting. That is name equal to hi, comma, you can type percentages. And inside percentage, you can type in A. to see that output directly. See, this is one way you can do it. You can add in percentages. What actually happens is here is that this percentage A will be replaced by the first value inside this parenthesis. This percentages, which is string, will be replaced by A. So if you do percentages and put A comma A, you will see Raj. Okay. But if you don't specify 1%, here you will get an error because only one placeholder is specified and but you passed in two values. So here you also need two percentages. This is one way for doing string formatting. Another way is to use dot format. That is, if there is or what say, hi, you can do two curly braces and type in dot format A. See, if you type in two curly braces, you will have the same error. So to avoid that, what you can do is type in, this is the first argument, right? This A is the first argument. So it has an index position of 0. You can type in 0 here and here. See, now using a single argument itself, you can pass in multiple values. Say you have something like x is equal to game, y equal to film, and you have to print something like I, game, and film. This is what you have to print. So how do we do this using dot format? You can simply replace this thing and put dot format and pass x comma y. See, you get the same. Let me zoom in a bit so you can see a little clear. I love game and film. This is one way you can do that. You can also do that. You can assign another variable inside this curly brace. Say name 1, name 2, and you can actually assign name 1 equal to x, name 2 equal to y. See, what it does is you are assigning a variable inside this curly braces as name 1. So this name 1 will be replaced by value x. Okay, you can specify name 1 here. Even if you pass in two values, you can see that only name 1 is being used. You can do the reverse. See, this is how it works. This is the dot format. Another way to do this is this way, like I love. Okay. Inside here, you actually need to specify the variable that you have already declared or initialized. Here, x and y is already initialized. So you can directly put in the value x and y. See, I love games and films. The only thing that you need to remember is you need to put a character f before the string. That is a shorthand for using the format itself. This feature is only available from Python 3.6 onwards, 3.6 plus. So this is another way you can do string formatting. This is something that we have left off in the last session, or we have missed in the last session. So by this, we have pretty much covered the basics of numbers, strings, and list. Today's section will be mostly handled by Ashwin. He will be starting off with dictionaries, then followed by tuples, set, Boolean, and that's it. After that, data type will be completed. Then he will be also explaining different type of operators. So I have Ashwin right here with me. Ashwin.
Hi guys, it's Ashwin here. Today we will discuss about dictionaries and most of its methods, common methods. If you think any of the methods that I missed, you can always experiment with those methods in your notebook. Okay, let's start. What is a dictionary? A dictionary is a collection of data which is represented by keys and value pairs. Here, I will define a dictionary by using these curly braces, and by the use of a key value pair, you can create the first element in this dictionary. Here you can see I have created a dictionary A which contains a key value pair. The type of A, here you can see the type of A is a dictionary type. Okay. We can also add multiple elements like E1, value 1, separated by a comma like here. Okay. In here, this dictionary A will contain two key value pairs. Okay. The length of that dictionary will be 2. Okay. Now, we will discuss about the methods that we will use here. Before that, I want to discuss that how to add values into in this dictionary. Okay, here we will add values by using this square bracket. Okay, we can see the values of each key by doing like this. Okay, we can also add like this. Here you can see that the value of key 1 is changed from value 1 to value 3. Okay, now I want to tell you that you cannot name two keys as same, like you cannot assign two keys with the same name. You cannot do like E1 value 1, E2, sorry, P1 value 2. Here we can see that this dictionary will have the same keys for these two elements or these two items. Okay, but in Python, this two element will consider as a single element. The first element, the second element will be taken as the only element of dictionary A. Okay. Now, there are some methods of dictionary that I want to discuss with you. You can see the method by typing the name of the dictionary and typing a dot, then pressing the tab. You can see all the methods of the dictionary. Okay, here you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 11 methods for a dictionary. Okay, I will discuss some of these methods here. Okay, let's start with the get method. Okay, the get method is similar to what we have written here. We can use the get method like this. Okay, we can use it for taking or retrieving a value from a list from this dictionary. Okay, we can retrieve the value of key 1 by using this method. We will pass the key of that value as an argument to this get method. Okay. Okay, there are other methods that are important when you write some codes, like items. In items, you can get the items of a dictionary in a form of list. Here, we can see that the return type is a list containing many tuples. The tuple, which is another type of data, which I will discuss later. Okay, now let's go through other methods of dictionary. Okay, you can get all the keys of a dictionary by the use of this method. Here you can see there is only one key value pair, so we can get only that key. Okay, now let's add more data into this dictionary. We can add data just like this. Keys and values. Okay, here you can see we just added another key value pair. Okay, there is another method for adding the key value pair into this dictionary. We can use update, which is a method that you can see here. We can use this to update an existing key value, or you can also add a new key value pair. Okay. The use of this update method is like this. We just provide a new or existing key value pair to change the value of an existing key, like this. If we want to change the value of key 1, we will put like this. 3. Here you can see the value of key 1 is updated into value 3. We can also use update to add additional key value pairs. Okay. We just try to add a new key that is not inside this dictionary, like key 3, value 3. Here you can see a third key is added to this dictionary. The value of first key and the value of the third key are same. But there will be no problem with that. There is only one thing that you need to remember. All key values should be distinct. Okay. Okay, let's move on, and I will show you how to use integers instead of string. Okay. We can add integers into this dictionary. Okay. We can add 1. Here you can see I just added key 1 and an integer as its value. Okay. We can also add key as an integer. Okay. I will show you. Here you can see when I just added this integer, the integer will store at the first will store as the first element of this dictionary. Okay. Move on to the next data type, which is a tuple. A tuple is similar to a list. We just represent it as a round bracket, just like this. Here, we just represented a tuple with some integer values. In this parenthesis, we can assign as many values as possible. Okay. The type of this data type is a tuple. There are some features of tuple. The main thing that I need to focus is what is the difference between a list and a tuple. Why we use a tuple instead of a list? Because list is simple, but when in the case of tuple, we just use it for representing coordinates, just like x comma y coordinates. We can represent it as a coordinates as 1, 7. Okay, we just use tuple for this purpose. The difference of tuple from list is that you cannot remove a value from the tuple like a list. In list that I will show you here, we can remove a value, or we can replace a value from this list, like we need to remove value 7 from the list A. Okay. We can replace it with here you can see we just replaced 7 with 3. But we cannot do this operation with tuple. Instead of this list, we just assigned the same 2, 7, 9, and we tried to replace the first index element, which is 7 here, into 3. There will be an error which says that it does not support item assignment operation. Okay. Okay. In tuple, there are only 2 methods. Okay. We can see those methods by providing the name of the tuple and a dot, then just type tab. Okay. Here, there are 2 methods for this tuple. One is count. As the name suggests, count will return the number of elements in this tuple. Here we need to count the number of 2's in this tuple. We can use this. Here you can see the number of 2's are just 1. There are 1 number. We just added additional parameters in this tuple like 0, 9, 8, 5. Okay. When we try to find 9 or try to count the number of 9, we will get a 2, just like this. The next method is index. As the name suggests, it will return the index, the first index of a value. Here you can see, if we provide 7, it will return the position or the index number, which is 1. Okay. When we try to get the index of the number 9, which here there are 2 numbers in the tuple A. So if we want to get the position or the index number of 9, what will happen? It will return the index number of first 9. Okay. Here it is 0, which is 2, and 1, which is 7, and 2, which is 9. Okay. That's all I have to say in the tuple. Okay. Okay. There is one thing that I need to discuss with you is that when we try to count a number which is not in this tuple, it will return a 0. When we try to index a number which is not in this tuple, it will give you a value error, which says that this tuple is not have the value that we just provided. Okay. Now just move on to other data type, which is a set. Set is similar to a list. We just represent it as by the use of these curly braces. Okay. We just provide some numbers. This set. Here you can see the type of that set is set. Okay. The key difference between a set and a list is here in this set, you cannot add a duplicate value. Okay. Here you cannot assign or you cannot create a set by like this. Here we just provided 3 ones and 2 threes. Okay, but when we create this set, the set only contain 1 and 3. There will be only 2 elements. Okay, because in a set you cannot add an additional or a duplicate value which is already existed in this set. Okay. Okay. Now there is an additional difference of this set and the list. Okay. The difference from a list and a set, when we assign a list with some random values like this, and we assigned a B with a set with the same values like this, it will show as equal. Okay, but when we provide an additional value which is 2 in this set, we can see some unusual behavior. Okay, in this list we will see in the same, sorry, okay, in the same, the list will list out as in the same order that we provide or that we assigned it. Okay, but in the case of the set, it will always sort itself. Okay, here we provided 3 1 3 4 2, but in the set, when we call it or when we assign a set like, sorry, when we assign a set like in this order, it will always try to order itself. Okay. Okay, now we will discuss about these methods in this set. Okay, a set in Python is just like a set in mathematics. Here you can see all the methods that a mathematical set will have. We have intersection, union, difference, and many other methods. I will discuss some of these methods with you. Okay, first I will discuss about the add method. Okay, as the name suggests, the add method will add an additional value to this set. We need to add a 5. So we get a set from 1 to 5. Okay, if we try to add an existing value which is 4 B, we will get same set, because even if we try to add a new value, it will check that if the value already exists in this set. If it exists, it will not add the value. Okay, then move on to other method, which is clear. As the name suggests, it will clear the entire set. Here you can see there is no values in the set, but we can always add new values by the use of this add method. We will add 1, 2, 3. Here you can see we cannot add multiple values at the same time. We just need to try to add one by one. Okay, we will add 2, 3. Here you can see 1, 2, 3 has been added to the set B. Okay, now let's discuss other methods of the set. Okay, now we will discuss about the difference between two sets. Okay, we need two sets. Here we have a set B, which contains 1, 2, 3. We need another set A, which needs to have a single value which is already present in the set B, like 3, 4, 5. Okay, here if we need to find the difference between the set B and the set A, we can use a method difference. Here it will return the difference, the set with a difference value from B to A. Here the difference between B with A is 1 and 2. This is just like B minus A. We just minused 3, which is in this set A. We just minus the 3 from set B. So we will get a B, a 1 or 2. So use method intersection, which will give us the common element in these two sets. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Here you can see we just got 3, which is a common element in the set B and the set A. Okay. Now, moving on to other methods of the set, we will get the normal methods like pop and remove. The pop and remove are identical methods, but in pop, we just remove the first element of the set B. We can only remove the first element of any set by the use of the method pop. If we want to remove a method in a set, we can use the remove method. Okay, we just need to type remove, and if we need to remove the element 3, we just type like this. Here you can see the set B is the 3 from the set B is removed. Okay. Now we will move on to Boolean values. Okay. The Boolean values in any programming language is like true or false. It only have 2 values. Here you can see in Python, we just type true. Here you can see the T, the T is a capital letter. Okay, if we type the small letter, it won't work. If we want to create a Boolean value, we just need to type the T as a capital one. Okay, here you can see we just assigned a Boolean value to the variable A. Okay, you can also change the value by the use of not operation. Here we just type not true, it will store as a false value. Okay, the main thing that you need to understand is you can only define a Boolean value by the use of a capital T and the capital F. Okay, the use of this Boolean value is for the if functionality or if condition or for loops and all that kind of stuff. We will discuss all that in future classes. Okay, now we will discuss about the basic operators in Python. Okay, there are two main operators in Python, which is arithmetic operator and relational operators. Okay, in arithmetic operation, just like a mathematical operation, it's like just plus sign. We just use plus sign. Here you can see this in this expression. We just got the value of this expression. Okay. Here you can see this type of operands or operators are called arithmetic operator. We will have plus sign, we have minus, we have multiplication operator like this. We have also division. We have modulus operator, which will give the remainder of this operation. Here we can see we will get the remainder of the division operation between 5 divided by 2. Okay, 5 divided by 2 is 4. So we will get the remainder 1 as the output in this modulus operator. Okay, another thing, if we want to get the 2 from this 5 divided by 2 operation, we can use a special operator. We just write that operator like this, which this operator is called the floor operator. Okay, here we will get 2 as the return value. Okay, it means 2 is 5 divided by 2, remainder is 1. So will be 2, and we will get that. Okay, now move on to the relational operators. Okay, as the name suggests, the relational operators mean if we just type the less than or greater than value, if the operation is successful, it will return a true. If it falls, it will return a false. Just like this, 3 is less than 4, so we will get a true. Just like this. Okay, we can also use equal to operation for for calculating or for getting the relationship between these two values. If these two values are the same, we get a true as a return. If it's not, we will get false. We can also use these operators in with the variables. Okay, we will assign a as 2 and b as 5. A equal to b. It will return a false because a is 2 and b is 5. Those are not equal. That's why we will get a false when we try like this. Okay, just like equal to, we always also have not equal to. For that, we will use this exclamation mark and an equal sign. Okay, it means A not equal to B. It is true, so it returns true. We also have less than or equal to and greater than or equal to. Like this, A is 2 and B is 5. So we just can write like this: A less than or equal to B will get return a true. Even if A is equal to B, it will return a true. Just like that, in greater than, we can use like this. We can use this sign like this. Okay. Now, we will discuss about the logical operators. Okay. The main logical operators that I'm going to discuss here are and, or, and not. Okay. The logical operators are used to connect to relational to relational operators. Okay. Okay, here I will show you that A equal to 1 and B equal to 3 and A less than B and B greater than A. Here, the result of these logical operators is if A less than B, this relational operator becomes true and this relational operator becomes true, the AND's logical operator will always return a true. If one true and another true will be put together around an AND operator, it will always return a true. A true and true will result true. If we put any one of this Boolean into false, this logical operator AND will return a false. Just like that, if we put false and false, it will return a false. Just like this AND operator, we will discuss about the OR operator. Okay, OR is similar to AND, but there is a difference. The two Boolean should be false to get the total value as a false. Okay, here you can see a false or a false always result a false. If any one of this Boolean is true, it will return a true, like this. Okay, now we will move on to other operators. Okay, we will move on to assignment operator here. Okay, the main assignment operator is the symbol equal to sign. Here we just used it for many of our examples. It means we just assign a variable into a value. Okay, but there are other assignment operators that we need to use here. Okay, we can use a plus sign before this equal to sign. So the use of this assignment operator is like, it will act like this: a equal to a plus 4. It will act like an increment operator. Okay, here you can see a by this operation we will increment the value of a to 8. Okay, we can also decrement the value by use of this assignment operator. It means a equal to a minus 8. Okay, here you can see a becomes 4 or 0 because a 8 minus 8 is 0. Okay, you can also have the assignment operation, multiplication operation, assignment multiplication operation. Okay, you can use star for that, and we'll use 2. It will return a 0 because a is 0. We first need to assign a is 3 and run this operation. It will return a 6. Okay, just like this. We can also use division assignment operation. Just like this, it will work as a equal to a divided by that value. Okay, just like that, we have modulus assignment operator or floor and like that. Okay, now we will discuss about some special operators. Okay, we will discuss the is operator, which is a special operator in Python. Okay, here a2 is 2, which will give us a true value. Is like an equal to operator. Okay, just like that, okay, the is operator is also used for check these two values are located on the same part of a memory. Okay, here we just try is not operator, which is same as not equal to. Here you can see 45. 35 is not 45, which will return a true. Okay. Now we will discuss a similar operation like this is in operation. Okay. Here we have a list. Consider we have a list. Okay. One which contains 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 values. Okay. If we need to find a value 2 in list A, we just type 2 in A. It will return a true because the value 2 is in the list A. We can also replace the list with tuple, dictionary, and other data types. Okay. There also has a not in, which is quite opposite to the in. Just like in this is not, it is a reverse or the correct opposite to this in operator. If we check to not in A, it will return a false because 2 in A. Okay, now for further topics, I will pass this mic to Mr. Raj.
Hi guys. Okay, that is all for today. Actually, uh, thank you, Oshin. We have covered all the basics of data types. Also we have covered the different types of operators. If you have any doubts in any session until now, please specify that in the comments below. One thing that he has forgotten or missed out is that is not belongs to an operator of type called as identity operator, and in belongs to an operator called as membership operator. All everything else he has touched upon, I guess. Okay, I will be available for 10 to 20 minutes. You can also start asking questions. Okay. Okay, Srinivas was having some problem. Let us go through. Please use this time, comment out all the doubts that you have. If some section is still unclear to you, please mention that in the comment. Yeah, sure. Kajal, we will be sending you the videos via email. Actually, we thought of not sending the video directly after the video is that otherwise people will have a tendency to miss the classes, right? If you know that the video will be available tomorrow, you won't be attending the sessions today. So to increase the online activity, and we are also putting some efforts, right? So we expect people to be online during this time. That is why we are not sharing the video as and when the live is closed. That is the main reason. If we are sharing the video, normally what people feels is that they will have a mentality like, oh, tomorrow I will get the video, so I will watch it tomorrow. So just to avoid that case, we are not sharing it immediately. But don't worry, you will be getting the videos. Okay, back to Srinivas questions. What was he was having some trouble with a? Okay, see. A equal to, he has assigned a equal to set 1 comma 2 comma 3 and b equal to set 3 comma 4 comma 5. Okay, now what he has done is b dot dif- difference what happened to my tab convolution. B dot okay, see what it actually does, it tries to find the common elements between a and b and tries to eliminate that common element. If you see the b again, it will still be, the b will not be affected. See, that was one thing, and another he has also asked, I have done b dot difference of a, then I tried to do b dot. Okay, he had tried b dot difference of a. Okay, then to do b dot remove 3. Okay, b dot remove 3. It throws an error as 3 is already removed. I don't know why. For me, this line actually ran because you are getting an error because I think you have run this cell twice. Now, if I see B, I will have only like 4 and 5. The 3 is all which was in that set is being now removed. When I try to run the cell again, now you will be getting an error. Okay, that is because it has already removed that key. Okay, see, that is why you were getting an error. Oh, I get it now. What you thought that when you remove 3, you expected some output here, because b dot remove 3 actually does not return anything. That is why you are not seeing an output here. It actually removes the value. So I think that might be the case. You thought that that cell might not have run, and you might have run that cell again. Okay, that is it, Srinivas. Hope I have cleared your doubts. I can see many people's dropping out. Please make use of this time. Start asking questions. Now there is only 16 members who is actively watching this video. Uh, Please ask you any doubts if you have any. Anything you can ask from this day one onwards. Day one, day two, day three. Is there anything that is unclear to you? One thing that Ashwin has missed out again is that using dictionary, you can actually have any values, any type of value stored in the value of key value pair. That is, if I have a dictionary called D, I can actually have any value inside this value field. See, I can store here a string, or that can be a list like 1, 2, 3. It can be the colon. One thing you should make sure is that you should separate the key and value with a colon in between. Okay. The 3 you can had a set here 1, 2, 3. See, all this is possible. This can have multiple values. When you try d of 2, you will get the list as return. D of 3 will give you set as return value. See, all those values are possible inside the dictionary. What I will recommend you guys is to keep on exploring things. Try out the sections that we have talked, or that we have learned. just go to Google and try if there is any online quizzes or simple to what can say challenges out there. You can go and try that. In the next class, we will be looking at control flow statement. This is actually where things get little interesting. So I would request everyone to please attend this class. We will be looking at iteration and selection. That is selection statement and looping statements. If, else if, while, for, etc. We will be also looking at list comprehension and dictionary comprehension. So is there anything? Any questions? I will wait for like 5 to 10 minutes. If there is no response, we will be closing this class. Uh, if you are not having any doubt, it either could be two reasons. One, it could be you because you have understood everything, or the other case is that you are finding it very difficult to understand things. In both the cases, there is a chance that you will not ask any doubts. I hope you guys have understood everything. That's why you are not asking any doubts. Don't feel shy or hesitated. Just ask any doubt if you have. Even if it is a dumb question, don't worry. Just ask. Can you illustrate different functions coming under finding index of a member of tuple which occurs for more than once, such as last index of? Okay. Oh, did I close that one? Mhm. Where is it? Uh, Hope you guys are still able to hear me. I am having some connection issue, I guess. Okay. Can you illustrate? Okay. We are talking about tuples, right? Okay. Let me create a tuple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You want to see occurrences, right? 3, 2, 3, 1, 1, 11. Okay. Okay. This call is not disconnect. Oh. Was I logged out? Hello? Okay, guys. Okay. I thought my connection was lost. Okay. So your question was, what are the inbuilt? You can see that tuple only allows us some limited amount of function. We can use index and type in help. See, see it. The use of index is only to return the first index value found in the tuple. So if you want to have like last occurrence, one workaround is that can actually assign a equal to a colon minus one. Okay, so this should reverse that list. When you type in a, now see, you have reversed the list. Now when you type dot index of like index of, let's say, 3, you will get 1. Okay, you can subtract that from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is one way, one simple straightforward way is to do this. Okay, this will return the last position. Okay, now you can see that you are getting 3. The sole purpose of index was only to get the first position. So if you are providing, you can also provide start and stop, but since you only need, the list can be a long list, right? You only need the last occurrence. One way you can do is do this. You can either reverse the thing, or you can directly run like a colon minus one. This will reverse the string. Okay, then dot index of 2. Okay, that actually returns the reversed index. Now we need to subtract this from length of a minus 1. This is one way you can get the last index. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see the index of 2 is now 4. This is one way I can think of. I don't know if there is any other better shortcut than this. Yeah, well, always you can go and Google if you have some doubts. You can just Google better ways to find last index value. How to get the first 10. You can use stack or for the, see. Okay. Oh, okay. They are returning the last index. You can go and search if you need. There, I don't, simple way also, I guess. I don't know. But this is what I could come off. Okay, is there any other questions? Okay, then guys, I will be wrapping up today's class. Thank you for your valuable time, and you have done a good job by attending today's class. Okay, thank you guys. Have a good day. Bye. Good night.